Tyler Perry arguably is the hardest working man in Hollywood these days. He directs the film Why Did I Get Married Too? And it's not so much a sequel as it is a continuation of the 2008 film, which stars Janet Jackson, Jill Scott, and Mr. Perry, among others. And all the cast returns here as they go on a marital retreat to the Bahamas, taking a vacation where the men and the women who are married find out more about each other and themselves in separate and also together conversations. And the conversational pieces that are extended throughout the first act are quite interesting, funny, entertaining, and thought-provoking. That completely falls apart when all the couples return back to Atlanta and things really get to the nitty-gritty. A complete vacation from their problems is gone, and now the real headlong work begins as each couple realizes that their marriage isn't really the bed of roses they think it is, or that we seem to observe that it is. Janet Jackson performs particularly well in this film, as does Jill Scott. Jill Scott plays Sheila, a woman who is facing a man from her past that she'd rather not see. And if you've seen the first film, unlike myself, you'll know all about that. But you really don't have to see the first film to really understand what's going on here, because it soon comes into focus very quickly. But what does not come into focus is the rest of the film following the first act. The film really loses its way in a lot of melodrama and becomes very grim and very, very rough and tumble. A lot of disturbing things happen, some sudden things that will shock you perhaps, and also a complete abandonment of some of the intricacies and areas of dialogue that we were looking to get more from. Mr. Perry, who really did really well in the first act of this film, completely loses his way the rest of the way, and a lot of hysteria comes up, and a lot of melodrama, as I said, diminishes the strengths of the early parts of the movie. And that's too bad, because Why Did I Get Married Too was really rolling along well, but it becomes too convenient, too wrapped up in a nice, neat and tidy bow in Act 3, and a lot of cliches happen, some of them very frustrating and awfully manipulative. It makes you really disheartened and actually recoil in disappointment because Mr. Perry started off so well. That's too bad. This film, which is well acted by some actors in it, deserved a lot better than it gets. I'm Omar Moore for the Popcorn Review.